When Star Wars came out, everybody said, oh, it's a silly movie, it's just a bunch of space battles and stuff. It's not real. There's nothing behind it. And I said, well, there is stuff behind it. It's not just a space battle. There's more to it than that. It's much, much more complicated than that. But nobody would listen. So they just said, oh, well, it's simple, and we like the spaceships, we like the stuff. So they said, fine. So the spaceships and that part of the science fantasy, whatever, got terribly abused. And of course, everybody went out and made spaceship movies, and they were all horrible. And you say, well, you know, there's more to it than that. You can't just go out and do spaceships. Whenever there's a new tool, everybody goes crazy, and they forget the fact that there's actually a story, and that's the point. You're telling a story using tools. You're not using tools to tell a story.
What are you doing? Light speed skipping.
The studios and everything said, well, wow, we can make a lot of money. And of course, the only way you can really do that is not take chances. Only do something that's proven.
JJ and I had dinner soon after he decided to take on the project. And it was important to me to sit down and acknowledge what we both knew, that the stakes on this project were higher than anything either of us had ever done before. I joked at some point during dinner that this was a $4 billion movie.
You said this is a $4 billion movie.
That's right, exactly. And I said, this is a $4 billion movie. Because of the size of the acquisition and what this first film represented in terms of importance and value creation, that you can expect that it's not going to be treated like any old film by Disney.
I didn't care whether it was a hit or not a hit. I wanted to make this movie as a movie. And that's the thing that they won't do. And that they can't do it. It's not in their constitution to do that.
I make decisions based on a few things. First of all, what's important to the company.
You know, Bob, a company
is like an enormous clock.
Yes, precisely.
But I think we owed it to the fans of Star Wars.
You gotta respect the fans a little bit.
We owed it to the shareholders of the Walt Disney Company.
We're supposed to help our people, starting with our stockholders, Bob. Who's helping them out, huh?
You know, I have a fiduciary duty to come up with a thing. I got it 10% a year, my stockholders. That's why I would never go public. And that's why I said, I'm not going to be beholden to anybody.